Whether you're enjoying the snow outside or staying indoors, the last 24 hours brought some uncommon sights to Hampton Roads in northeast North Carolina. The bitter cold created a completely different type of snowfall than the weather events we saw earlier in January. And we thank you so much for trusting us through this winter storm.
All right, Evan, so your forecast was spot on.
Yeah,
right. Snow came just as you said, but now you're focused on the cold because that's still here.
Right, and of course North Carolina really the jackpot with some of those highest snowfall amounts, but now with some of that slush that's melted as we went through the day today, we have to focus on what's going to happen tonight. Now, I want to take you back. You've seen a few of these time lapses from Tim and Hunter as we've gone here through the afternoon. This is our camera on top of the tower here in downtown Norfolk, and really want you to focus here on the bridge over Brambleton Avenue, working its way towards the Hague. And you can see as the traffic moved along it, the sun came out. We started to see some of that melting, but right in the median, next to the median and a lot of the secondary and tertiary roads, we still have some of that slush that is out there. And with falling temperatures, we're likely going to see some issues with freezing once again. As a matter of fact, overnight lows will be down into the teens. And because of that and the single-digit wind chills with the cold temperatures and the winds, we've extended the weather alert day through tomorrow morning because we're going to see those bitterly cold wind chills tonight back down into the single digits. And icy conditions on the roadways will be likely. Now, a lot of the pre-treated roads, they're pretty good, and you really have to get below 15 or so before you really start to run into those issues on roads that have been treated. But again, a lot of the secondary, tertiary neighborhood roads have not been treated, so any of that slush that's out there that maybe cars went over sort of compacted it down, that will freeze tonight. So sidewalks will be slippery tomorrow morning, parking lots, and of course the roadways, especially those bridges and overpasses. And with those bitterly cold wind chills, you're going to want to dress in layers. Temperatures in the 20s right now, wind chills in the teens, and as we go through the remainder of the evening, clear skies will allow those temperatures to fall again, likely down to about 15 by tomorrow morning. The good news, we do have some warmer weather in the extended forecast, a gradual warm up as we head into the weekend, and I'll have details on that and of course the full 7-day forecast when I come back.
Gradual warm up. That sounds wonderful, Evan. Thank you. All right, let's take a live look in North Carolina at the Oregon Inlet, courtesy of EarthCamp. The southern parts of our area definitely saw the most snowfall last night. Let's go live to Shane Fordham in Elizabeth City for more. And Shane, what about the conditions there?
Well, even though the snowfall here in Elizabeth City is over, tonight's freezing temperature still presents some risks, according to the North Carolina Department of Transportation. Those with NCDOT say that prevention in regards to ice is unlikely because of tonight's expected temperatures. NCDOT says that crews such as this one have been out all day treating the roads in preparation for tonight's refreezing potential, but they don't expect to see much melting until tomorrow at the earliest. Tim Haas of NCDOT says that crews will be up and out early tomorrow morning between 5 and 6 a.m. and plan to use tomorrow's slightly warmer temperatures to help in getting rid of black ice in certain areas. Haas says he also expects NCDOT reinforcements to assist.
Obviously, out here on the coast, we're not all that accustomed to snow and ice. We've got a platoon of plows coming in from, or they're actually here from Rutherford County, out in the western part of the state. They arrived today. They started work today. They'll be here tomorrow. And those guys know there's snow, so that's going to be a big help too.
Reinforcements from Rutherford County include 10 extra plows in addition to the personnel equipped to fix those plows in case of any malfunction. NCDOT also advises drivers to stay home and avoid any travel if possible, and to also be careful of any shaded areas such as bridges or overpasses, which is where black ice can typically is most likely. Live in Elizabeth City, Shane Fordham, 13 News Now.
All right, Shane, thank you for that report. And remember to also be careful if the wind picks up, especially in areas like the Outer Banks. This light snow can fall off of trees and kick up from snowdrifts very easily.
Over in Virginia Beach, Mount Trashmore is closed, along with every other park facility and recreation center. Emily Harrison spent the day in the resort city. She has more on the snow impacts there.
The plan was to potentially go sledding at Mount Trashmore.
But Virginia Beach Parks and Recreation leaders had other plans in place. They closed the gates at Mount Trashmore, sending hopeful families away for the sake of their safety.
We have a little hill in the neighborhood we might could try out. We'll definitely take a little walk and let them have some fun.
Over in town center, crews worked long hours to clean up the snow block by block. And at the oceanfront, brutal winds swept the snow away from the beach and towards the streets, creating little snowbanks across the city. City leaders in Virginia Beach are still warning drivers to stay alert, even if the snow starts to melt.
I think they salted them, so they were very nice.
Neighborhoods are still kind of iffy. Definitely, I'm not sure if too much work will be going on tomorrow. And then right here it's kind of slushy, but it looks pretty drivable.
Most people in Virginia Beach agreed, though, it was nice to see some snow today. They just hope it leaves just as quickly as it came.
Give it like maybe 2 days. It can ride out for the rest of the week, but hopefully it's gone by Monday.
Emily Harrison, 13 News Now.
Hampton Roads transit services will end early tonight and begin late tomorrow morning because of expected icy conditions. All bus, light rail, ferry, paratransit, and ride-sharing services will end around 8 p.m. tonight. HRT says to check its website to see exact times for each last run. Tomorrow, all services will begin at 8 a.m. Not every bus line will start in their normal place tomorrow. Again, HRT says all the updated route information is on gohrt.com. Norfolk International Airport says it was able to keep its airfield safe and open throughout last night and into today. Right now, there are a couple of flights to and from Atlanta that are facing delays, but everything other than that is running on time as planned. To be safe, just make sure to check the flight board before you leave for the airport and expect it to take a little extra time if any planes need to be de-iced. All right, we will continue to track travel impacts from this storm online and on air. Be sure to tune in for 13 News Now Daybreak for live morning traffic updates. That starts bright and early at 4:30 a.m. Thursday.